running over to Hillary's office. You're going to start banging down the doors. It is not going to work any better than what you pulled last night.
Come on.
Mitch, I saw you at that reception. You put Hillary in a real rough spot.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't believe you. You know, she could have just hauled off and smacked you one.
Hey, look, will you just let me handle it, okay?
Kid, I know what she means to you. But you can't just go storming the tower every time you want to talk to her. It's just going to turn her off, and it's going to make Phoebe dig in her heels even more.
Oh, Dad, I could care less about Phoebe.
Well, you ought to care. Mitch, I'm not saying this because I think Phoebe's right. I'm saying it because it's like you're handing over ammunition to the enemy.
What do you mean? What?
Okay, look, every time you pull this big macho Neanderthal act, it just cranks up the volume for Phoebe. Mitch Beck is a bum, right? All I'm saying, kid, is just cool it. Concentrate on Hillary, but stay away from the Dragon Lady.
Look, Donna, I can't go around being Mr. Manners for that busybody, huh? Hillary means too much to me. You don't know what it was like when I saw her last night. She was so... Look, I sensed something was wrong. Something she won't tell me about. I got to have her... She's got to talk to me.
All right, I understand. Just try and don't go grabbing her hair, okay?
Okay. Hey, look, thanks for breakfast, and thanks for...
I know. Just because I love you, kid. Good luck.
Thanks. I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Mitch. He's in a hurry.
Boy, are you a sight for sore eyes. Oh, you know what's great? Seeing that smiling face is great. How's it going?
Oh, everything is going wonderfully well. That's why I had to come over. I can't wait to tell you.
Natalie?
Myrtle, how long are you there?
No, just got here this minute. I finally got a head count on that lunch you're doing for me.
Oh, right. Yes.
Listen, sweetheart, would you rather I came back later? Huh? Darling, you're not looking too hot. Is something wrong?
Oh, I just didn't get a lot of sleep last night, that's all.
Come on, Ellen, don't give me that. You could run a battleship on 2 hours sleep. Now, what's up?
Nothing. Nothing. No, just too much caffeine, not enough sleep, that's all it is. Simple as that.
I'm not going to swallow that. Is there trouble at home?
Oh, it's the usual.
Trouble with Ross.
But what else is new, Myrtle, right? No, I'm not going to bother you with it, okay?
Look, darling, we have been friends for too many years for nonsense. Now, you've got trouble, and I'm here to listen to it. So spill it out.
Look, Myrtle, this is all just has to work out on its own, all right? I don't think talking about it is going to do any good, all right?
Ellen, you have been running back and forth because of that man for months. And I hate to see you so unhappy. Now, look, I don't want to intrude in your private life, but if you need a friend...
Oh, Myrtle, you have always been that to me. You must know that.
You need help, don't you?
Yeah, I guess I do. So much has been going on and happening lately, Myrtle, and I honestly don't know what... I don't know anymore. I just don't know.
What is it?
Well, the first thing is, Julie.
This isn't easy. So many things you don't know.
What do I have to know? Except what a wonderful man you are, and how much I love you.
Well, there's so many things you haven't handled before.
Jeremy, my world began with you. I've never felt anything like this before. I think that I would know if I had. What I'm feeling now is new and exciting and tremendously alive. I want to explore it. I want to feel it. I want to live it.
In time you will.
I don't want to wait. Oh, Jeremy. You're such a remarkable man. I want to love you.
You've become the most special person in the world to me. And I want to love you, I do. But not right now. Too many unknowns. You're too...
Please don't say that. I know I'm vulnerable. But when I'm with you, I feel safe and loved and happy. Jeremy, from the first day that you found me, something has been pulling us together. You've felt that, haven't you?
I know what I feel.
It's what I feel, too. Jeremy, you've told me not to be afraid of life. Well, I'm not when I'm with you. Making love with you means life for me.
Go to jail.
Wonderful last night.
Oh, thank you.
Can I assume that part of that glow came from being next to the man you love?
Yes. Oh, well, it was so nice to see Tom happy, too.
These last years haven't been smooth for you, have they?
Well, I've managed.
Yes, you certainly have. Brooke, the last thing I'd want to do is to take away any of the obvious joy that you shared with us last night, but I feel compelled to ask, is this engagement really what you want?
Yes, it is.
Well, I'm not sure that it's a wise choice.
Yes, I'm beginning to gather that. Of course, Aunt Phoebe made her feelings clear at the reception.
Oh, Phoebe may have her own reasons for disliking Adam, of course, but mine, I think, are very legitimate.
Langley, I thought you, of all people, would sympathize with, you know, the course of true love.
True love is one thing. Adam Chandler is quite another. He is the last man in the world I would want to see connected with anyone whom I care about.
Do you really think you can be objective as far as Adam is concerned? I mean, I don't think you're ever going to forgive him for revealing your past as Lenny Vlasic.
Well, it's true. I'll never forget that. He was cruel and unkind. But that's what I've come to expect of Adam. That is my point. He uses people. He always takes advantage of their weaknesses. How can you...
Love him? Because that's not the Adam that I know. I haven't forgotten things that happened in the past. And I didn't fall in love with him overnight either. I mean, you know, I wasn't exactly thrilled when he asked me to take this job. I debated it a lot, if you remember.
Yes, I certainly do.
But I did take the job. And I did work with him. And I saw him change. I don't know exactly what happened. I really don't, but I'm confident that Adam is capable of deep love and kindness and loyalty.
I don't know how he could hoodwink a bright young woman like yourself, but he has.
Well, I think you're predisposed against Adam. And I quite frankly don't think it's fair for you to hold things that he's done in the past against him.
Well, you can't blame me.
No, I guess I can't. Langley, you know, it would mean so much to me if you could at least try to give Adam the benefit of the doubt. Could you do that?
If the stakes weren't so high, I might. But I don't want to see you hurt by that man.
I'm not going to be hurt by that man, all right? I know what he's been, and I know what he is now. I know he's not a saint. I also know he's definitely the man that I love.
Well, I see that nothing I say will change things.
I'm afraid not.
Barnum said it best, you know. There's one born every minute. Adam Chandler can't change the habits of a lifetime. I just wonder how long it'll take you to realize that.
Remember, you told me keep your mouth shut, your eyes open, and do your very best to be the perfect wife.
You mean that actually worked?
Yes. Oh, yes. The payoff came last night. I fell off the library chair.
Wait, what?
Well, it wasn't important. I was reaching for a book. It doesn't matter. But Palmer came rushing in. And it was like it used to be.
Really?
Well, he didn't exactly sweep me up into the bedroom, but he's warming up, and all the love that he had for me is still there.
That is so good to hear.
I can't tell you. It is a crack in the dam, and now I know if I just wait and be patient, it's all going to work out.
Oh, I hope so. Because it's so good to see you happy again.
May I come in?
Of course, Dr. Lazar.
What are you doing here?
I'm sure that Jeremy means it's just a surprise to see you.
How did you find us and why?
Me?
I'm sure you haven't forgotten that my clinic is out here.
Oh, yes, of course.
And it would be irresponsible of me not to keep tabs on my patients. That's what I'm doing here.
Is that so?
Would you excuse us, Noel? I'd like a word with Jeremy. Won't be a moment.
You can stay, Noel.
All right. I have to get changed anyway.
Let me preface this by telling you that I have only Noel's best interest at heart.
We'll see.
And those interests will be best served with steady, ongoing therapy.
The one you provide, I suppose.
My therapy has been effective, yes. You see, it's vital that she maintain a calm and scheduled program. I have to tell you, in all honesty, that your whisking Noel away was somewhat alarming.
Yes, I bet.
She could have suffered a total relapse.
I can assure you that this trip has been totally harmless.
No, it was precipitous and dangerous. Jeremy, look, I know you want Noel's recovery just as much as I do, maybe even more. But what you don't comprehend is that this can only be achieved step by step, slowly, steadily, with as few shocks and surprises as possible.
I can guarantee you that I haven't done anything to hurt Noel.
Well, unfortunately, the layman doesn't always know what is harmful. For instance, let me ask, how has she reacted to the surroundings out here? Have you observed anything unusual? I mean, has the weather affected her? Or even the sounds?
Dr. Lazar, Noel is perfectly normal. As a matter of fact, she's happier than I've ever seen her. As for the weather, I thought it would trigger a memory of what she's done to her father. Now, you don't believe that, do you?
But it's impossible for us to know. Don't you realize that? And may I remind you that, be extremely cautious in the mention of anything to do with her father.
Dr. Lazar, I think we could all do better with a little less drama. Noel's fine. She adores California. She's happy.
Yes, will you let me be the specialist? It is I who will judge and assess the danger or the lack of it that you've brought about with your reckless action. Well, at least some good may have come of this.
And what's that?
Well, she's here in California. I'll admit her to my clinic.
Not on your life, you won't. Dr. Lazar. One minute you suggest that California would be dangerous to Noelle, and the next you want her to enter your clinic here in California.
You're twisting my words, and you're ignoring the fact that she would be within a protective environment.
You're not the only doctor in the world who can treat her.
But I'm the one who can cure her. The only progress that girl has known in the past 10 years, she's made with me.
If you've been so good to her, why did she try to commit suicide? You see, Dr. Lazar, I don't buy your story. You're after something else, and God help me, I'm going to find out what it is.
Good heavens, this is silly. Jeremy, we both want the same thing. She'll be better off in the clinic.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to let you take her.
Well, that's hardly your choice. We'll see what Noelle has to say. We shall ask her.
Ask me what?
No, Dr. Lazar was suggesting that you should enter his clinic here in California.
Same course of treatment, only intensified and within my own facility.
I don't know.
The grounds are beautiful. The staff excellent. And you, my dear, will recover more fully.
And I was explaining to Dr. Lazar how quite attached you've become to Pine Valley. How comfortable you feel there.
Jeremy's right, I do. Of course, I want to do whatever you think is best. I do want my memory back quickly.
Noelle, should we talk about this privately?
Do you think California would be the place to do that, Noelle?
No, Dr. Lazar, I'm sorry. But I think that I need to be near my friends right now. I'd really feel better being in Pine Valley.
My only request, Noelle, is for you to think about what your doctor is telling you.
She's made up her mind. I don't think we should press her any longer.
This isn't the way.
We have work to do, if you'll excuse us.
And I shall see you when you get back home. Do take care of yourself.
Goodbye.
Look after my patient, Jeremy.
I will.
Yes.
Excuse me, Miss Montgomery.
What is it?
I've got a guy outside. Says he knows you, but my instructions are not to let him past me.
Well, who is it?
Mitchell Beck.
I most certainly do know him. Please show him in.
You'll be all right?
Of course I'll be all right. Mitch? Mitch? Come on in. You certainly know how to call attention to an entrance now, don't you?
What? What do you mean?
Nothing, no. I'm just surprised to see you here.
Well, I just figured I'd stop by to see how you were doing. I mean, you were pretty out of it last night.
Pretty out of it. Oh, you are so kind.
Yeah.
Completely sloshed is more like it. I am so sorry. I don't remember much, and I probably is for the best.
I'm glad to see that you're okay now.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just feeling rather silly and slightly hungover. I will survive, though. So what is this story with the security business? You running some sort of covert operation or something?
No. It's just I stepped on a few toes here and there, and now they get kind of crazy if I roam around.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you're welcome here anytime. More than welcome.
Thanks. Take it easy, okay?
Listen, maybe I could give you a chance to see a better side of me. I mean, prove last night was a fluke.
You don't have to do that.
No, I'm serious. I'd like us to be friends.
I don't know. The Oasis has been keeping me kind of busy these days, you know?
I'm sure the Oasis can give you some time off.
Oh, some here and there.
You know?
No.
Well, let's keep in touch, huh?
Yeah. Okay, I gotta go.
All right.
See you.
Edith, I tell you, if Langley hadn't been standing right next to me, I think I would have collapsed right there on the spot. I mean, imagine Adam Chandler marrying our Brooke. Oh, I swear, that girl is utterly incapable of picking out the right man for herself. excepting for Tom, of course.
Darling, I just don't know how you lived through it, really. First of all, you have to see Tom marrying the wrong girl, and then Adam making that incredible announcement. And, my dear, I have heard about this horrendous encounter between Hillary and Mitch.
I tell you, the evening was a disaster.
Well, now, Juanita told me that Mitch just barged into the place and forced her to dance with him.
That's right. And the worst part of it is that I have the feeling that Hillary still has a weakness for him. So I spent the whole evening on tenterhooks worrying about what he might say to her.
Well, she's certainly not going to believe anything he tells her.
Oh, on the contrary, my dear, there's every chance that she would. You won't believe the tremendous influence that Mitch still has over her life.
Well, he's certainly not going to say anything about that woman in Texas.
Well, why not? If he knows that that is the reason that Hillary's rejecting him?
But, Phoebe, then he'd have to admit that he's married.
Enid, the reasons for that marriage would be to Hillary just fantastic. I mean, they would be fine. They would be noble.
Oh.
She would forgive him in an instant, and she would vow to wait for him for eternity.
Well, you're probably right. I don't see how you're going to keep this from her.
Well, that is certainly my problem. Oh, every time she meets that man, there is this same risk.
It must be so frightening for you.
It is. It really is. But, oh, Enid, there's got to be a solution somehow. There just must be.
Weaverville, Eureka.
How did you get in here? Security had strict orders to keep you out.
What does it matter? Look, I have to talk to you, Hillary. It's driving me crazy. Come here.
Oh, it's too bad.
Hillary, look, I know you still care about me.
Oh, really? Do I?
Dance last night. I know it was running through you. I could feel it.
You know, you really just think you're the hot pick of the week, that no girl can get over you. Well, give me a break.
What's wrong? What happened, huh?
You tell me. What? Forget it. Why don't you just leave now?
Hillary, I don't want anybody but you. Just you. Look, I told you I loved you. It wasn't the easiest thing for me to say, but I said it. And I meant it. Hillary, hey, will you talk to me, please?
You're good. You know, you're so good.
I love you. I know you love me.
Am I making myself clear now?
Yeah.
Just to be sure? Give me security, please. Yes, this is Hillary Martin. Could you please send someone up here right away? There is an intruder in Miss English's office. Thank you.
You know something? Someday you're going to be honest to yourself about me. But by then, I'm going to be long gone.
What are you doing?
I'm just leaving.
Are you all right?
The nerve. The ego that guy has. It just makes me want to scream. Hey! Oh!
Hey,
Oh!
can I help you?
I'm sorry. No, it's
Sorry.
my fault. Oh, my goodness. Ay, ay.
So how are you on a motorcycle?
I guess I'd be fine if I had somebody to hold on to.
Yeah. Great, there's this great lake, Lake Roland. I'm dying to go up there. So the water's real nice and cold, and real deep in some places.
Sounds like it could be dangerous.
Yeah. Maybe. How about it?
I love the water.
Maybe you can bring your bathing suit.
You're on.
Do you mean he never had any idea? Ellen, I hope you don't hate me for not telling you when I found out that Elizabeth was Julie's mother. You know, I thought the woman would get out of town. And I did everything I possibly could to make her understand it would be a mess if she told Julie. And I kept hoping that she would go. And you'd be saved all this hurt.
Myrtle. Now, Myrtle, you made the choices that you thought were right. You don't have to explain it to me, you don't?
Well, I wish I could have persuaded her to go.
Oh, well, no, that may not have been the answer anyway. I mean, Mark might never have found out that he was a father, and... You know something, Myrtle, I'm happy for him. I mean, you know how much he's always wanted a child, and to find out after all these years, well, I'm glad for him. Well, it certainly does complicate things here, that's for sure, and I have no idea how we're going to sort all of this out. I don't.
Well, I know that Mark really does care for Julie's welfare.
Do you know he wants us to be a family?
Well, honey, Julie has a family.
Well, she has Ross and she has me, but things aren't going so well there, are they?
Well, but, honey, now that you're leaving Cortland Manor, surely that'll give you a chance to work things out.
Well, that is why I agreed to leave in the first place. But, Myrtle, I'm not sure that that's right for me.
Why not?
Myrtle, I can't deny wanting Mark to have that family. All right, I know what it would do to Ross and to me, but... Myrtle, I've fallen in love with Mark. I have. I love him, and... All right, I know that I've made a big investment with Ross and with Julie. I mean, I've had a lot of hopes and a lot of dreams in trying to make this marriage work and trying to salvage it, but... Oh, I can't... No, I'm not making any good decisions. I can't make any good decisions now. That's...
Ellen,
For sure.
if you really love Mark, shouldn't you be with him?
Myrtle, if there is a chance, though, that this marriage could still be viable, I mean, shouldn't I stick it out? I mean, I'm not sure that it will be viable, but shouldn't I at least try? I mean, I think I have to, don't you?
Hi, Myrtle.
Oh.
Hi, Mark.
Okay, what's going on here?
Well, wasn't it evident when security escorted him?
Look, Brooke, I don't know the routine around here. If I had known that Mitch was on some sort of list, I wouldn't have done what I did, but... I mean, he's just a friend to me. I didn't really see any harm in this.
Well, next time be more careful, all right?
Yes, I will be more careful. I'm so sorry. I promise will never happen again.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bring my personal problems in the office like this.
Why can't I get over this jerk?
Well, you know, Hillary, you're not the only person who has found it hard breaking off with the wrong guy.
I am not going to get involved with a married man with a baby. I am not.
Good.
But I want to. Brooke, when we were dancing last night and he had his arms around me, I wanted him, and he felt it, and I felt it. He knew it. I just don't get it. He's such an intense person, and he's so sincere. When he told me he loved me, he practically wrenched himself inside and out. Brooke, he had to have meant it.
Or you have said yourself he is very good at charming you.
Yeah, well, I was angry when I said that. There's no way he could have acted out that scene with me. It was too real.
Are you sure?
I've been going over and over it in my mind, and I really believe Mitch loves me. There's got to be something else going on here that I don't know about, or
what?
Brooke, do you think it's possible that he could be one of those guys that loves two women at the same time?
You can't keep them separated forever.
But even if I could, there is still another problem.
What?
Well, when Hillary went down to Texas, she told this Luisa Sanchez person that she was Mitch's sister, Donna.
Oh.
Now, what if Louisa were to mention that to Mitch?
And 2 and 2 would be put together.
Mitch would tell her the whole story, and like that, they would be back together again.
Phoebe, darling, I don't see what you can do about it, really.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to go down to Texas myself and straighten this thing out. And it's got to be soon.
You can't be serious, Phoebe. Those places are very dangerous down there on the border. At the very least, you have to get Langley to go along with you.
Oh, Enid, my dear, that's the last thing I would want. Why, then he would find out what I've been up to, and, well, he would say I was meddling, interfering, and he would forbid me to do anything.
Darling, you can't go down there by yourself. It's simply unwise to travel alone in those places.
What's this? Are you taking a trip, Phoebe?
Oh, darling, I was just about to come discuss it with you. Well, I've been feeling a little dragged out lately. You know, the summer heat is, well, so debilitating, and I thought maybe I ought to go to the Silver Gate for a few days and get myself rejuvenated.
Nonsense. You don't need any help for you to look beautiful. You're always lovely.
Oh, darling, aren't you sweet? But I want to look my very best for you. I want to be revived and, well, all ready to go for the fall season. Do you think you could get away with letting me go for a few days? Could you get along without me?
No, I suppose I could survive if that's what you really want.
Oh, you're...
Go ahead and have a good time.
Ellen, darling, I've got to run. I've left the list on your desk, and I'll talk to you later, okay?
Yes.
Bye.
Yes.
Goodbye, Mark.
Bye, Myrtle. She ran out of the room.
Well, yes, she had a lot of things she had to get done.
Come on, the two of you were into something very serious, and I have the feeling that I was involved.
No, it was nothing.
And that's why you're pale?
All right. Okay, we were talking about you. I hope you will not be too angry with me, but you know how close Myrtle and I, how close we are. Look, I told her about you and Julie.
How'd she react?
She was shocked, but very, very supportive. She's very concerned about Julie, and I promise you she will keep this to herself.
I'm sure, but, why did she say something to me? That's not like her.
Well, I guess she just didn't feel it was appropriate. That's all. So why are you here so early, anyhow?
True love.
What?
Same old thing. I was at Sky and Tom's wedding, and they seemed so happy. They didn't even know anybody else was there.
Oh, that must have been nice.
It was for them. It made me a little restless. Why aren't we together?
Because I'm married.
That can be fixed. What are you waiting for, Ellen? We can be happy. We can make it happen. Isn't it wrong to waste even a day? One day?
Look, you know how I feel about you. And I'm trying to be fair to everybody, to myself even, and I have to be absolutely sure. I have to be.
One of us? Is there any doubt?
Look, I'm not free. I'm sorry. I wish I were, but I'm not. If I knew for sure that Ross was...
What?
If I thought that Ross and I were finished, I would... Look, I have to go home. I have to go home, and I have to find out something now. I have to.
I know, I didn't
think I could get you to leave?
It's beautiful here. I wish I could stay for a month. It's so friendly.
Oh? More than Pine Valley?
No, I didn't mean that.
I know what you mean. I know. And I agree with you. It's a beautiful country, but we happen to be working in Pine Valley. And I think we should go where the paychecks are.
Maybe I'll get my memory back and I'll find out I'm an heiress and I'll never have to work again.
This is the first time you're joking about this? I think it's good. Here.
I think Dr. Lazar is helping. Don't you? What's the matter? Are you still worried about that clinic idea? I know he meant well.
Noel, don't you wonder why he's going out of his way to treat you? Flying all the way out here? Is he that desperate for patients?
You know that that's not what he did. He has a clinic with patients out here.
I think he's going out of his way for you. And I'd like to know why.
I'm just worried that maybe I've upset him. That I didn't want to stay here. He's trying to help me, that's all.
As I arrived this afternoon.
Did you see her?
Yes, but it was not very satisfying. The watchdog was in attendance.
Jeremy Hunter.
He does have power over her. Or rather, because she loves him, she has become empowered. This will prove to be quite a contest.
But you can do it.
Oh, yes. Yes, now, tell me, what's the status for the plan on Miss Kane?
Excellent. Do you want to hear?
I'm most eager, but not on the phone. I must wait until I get there. I think that's my plan.
Damon, take care. Have a safe trip.
Thank you, Constance. Keep our faith. Bye.
Hello?
Natalie.
Yes.
It's Mark Dalton. Is, Myra there?
No, she's not. She's on an outing with Bobby.
Ah. Do you know when she'll be back?
I don't think till this afternoon.
Oh.
Can I do something for you?
No, that's okay. Thanks anyway.
I'll tell her you called.
Yeah, good, thank you.
All right. Goodbye, Mark.
Bye.
Natalie, I'm glad you're here.
I need to talk with you.
Yes.
Natalie, I know about you and Ross.
7 Central, the boys buckle up for a big ski trip on Perfect Strangers. Then the Russians are coming. Can the kids keep up with their Soviet counterparts? Find out on Head of the Class.
This is Charles Gibson.
And I'm Kathleen Sullivan.